The engineers needed to design piers that could stand up to that kind of punishment.
What we're showing here is a ridge interacting with the Confederation Bridge. So on the third pier here, we can see that the ridge is actually pushing the pier over, magnified many, many times.
The Confederation Bridge engineers used computer models to analyze new designs. Smaller bridges had been built over icy waters before, but none that approached the size of the Confederation Bridge.
Sure, there are bridges across rivers in towns, but those are small bridges and subject to ice conditions which are pretty easily understood.
But ocean ice is far more dangerous and far less predictable, according to ice expert Tom Brown.
You're building a bridge on the ocean, you're building and having to deal then with the ice conditions in the ocean. Much more difficult question, much less well understood question as well.
No bridge piers had ever been built to withstand these conditions. So there were no real-world models to test. They'd have to do their own tests under the proper conditions. Pier designs are tested in enormous temperature-controlled ice chambers like this one. This test basin holds up to 250,000 gallons of water, the equivalent of 10 swimming pools. It's so cold in here that water vapor condenses and actually falls as snow.
Is this pretty good seeding down there?
Though the ice is less than 2 inches thick, it responds very much like 5-foot thick ocean ice.
millimeters thick.
To test a pier design, engineers first attach a scale model to the blue steel holder that will push it across the ice. The design being tested here is a simple vertical pier, standard on many bridges around the world.
Start the carriage.
Here in the lab, the ice doesn't move, so they move the pier instead. The ice impacts the model just like it would if this was a full-scale pier. And now, engineers can measure it. When the ice strikes this model, it is first compressed, then crushed into pieces. The full force of the impact is absorbed directly by the pier. So the model shakes violently. That much vibration could be disastrous for a real bridge. This is a real bridge. It's a view looking down a 100-foot pier on a bridge in Alaska. This bridge shakes like a carnival ride during ice season. Another solution would have to be found.
When some tests were done for the piers for Confederation Bridge, they originally did look at vertical piers. And quite frankly, the results scared the designers.
Vertical piers would be dangerous in the Bering Strait. The much larger ice slabs would slam the towers with far greater force. An alternative was desperately needed. The Bering Strait Bridge would need to somehow withstand the onslaught of ice. The solution was inspired not by another bridge, but by something else entirely. Something built to confront massive sheets of ice head-on. Ice-breaking ships. Icebreakers don't actually crush the ice. Instead, they ride over it. Their wedge-shaped hulls and enormous weight, bending and breaking the thick slabs, pushing the great hunks of ice down under the surface and out of their way. this way, icebreakers create open channels through otherwise impenetrable sheets of ice. Confederation Bridge engineers wondered, could they somehow adapt icebreaker technology for their piers? They went back to the lab to test a new design.